Today, let's have a small discussion on a vast topic. Before that, we'll come to the physics guidance, and you are doing class with Tanima Chakrabarti. So, let's come to the point. Today, we will be learning about buoyant force. Before that, I'm going to make you see something. Wait. I have come with a small bucket of water. Now, I am going to drop two objects in the water. So the first one is very lightweight object. I have dropped this. Now this is a heavyweight object, and this object also I will drop. Now see in the bucket, the first object, that was the light object, is floating on the water, and the heavy object sinks down. Now what is the reason behind it? Whenever the object is very light, two forces are acting on this object. One is the downward gravitational pull. We all know about that. We have studied already. And other is an upward force also acting on this object. This upward force is exerted by the liquid. This upward force is known as buoyant force. If we consider about the heavy object, since it is heavy, so in this object also gravitational pull is working downward, and the upward force is also exerting from the liquid. That is the buoyant force. Now, why, if the same forces are acting on the fluid, then why one object is floating and another object is sinking down? Whenever the gravitational force is higher than the upward buoyant force, then the object sinks down. And whenever the gravitational force is lower and the buoyant force is higher, at that time the object floats in the water. So if we express, we can write, if this is the water surface, some object is there, the gravitational force G is working downward and the upward buoyant force is acting. If buoyant force B is greater than the gravitational force G, then we can say that object floats. That is, the object floats. And if the gravitational force is higher than the buoyant force, we can see that object will sink down. This buoyant force is exerted on the object from any kind of fluid, such as water, air, gaseous medium. That is, fluid has the property of exerting buoyant force on an object. In the next class, I'll be coming with details about this buoyant force. Till then, you get an idea what I have given you today and think about it. Till then, bye and see you in the next class.